PADI, in my opinion, is losing its status as the most popular scuba training agency in the world. Why, you ask? Let's dive in and find out. Welcome back, guys. My name is Blake, and I'm a professional recreational scuba diving instructor and digital content creator. And if you like scuba diving content involving gear configuration, tips, dive sites, and so much more, then dive down, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and ring that dive bell. That way, you'll never miss any of our exciting content because I use all my years of experience as a diver, dive master, and instructor to help improve your dives. Now, before we get started, I want to clarify. I'm not talking about dive shops. I'm not talking about instructors. I'm not talking about divers or any of that. I'm talking about PADI as an organization. So I know some of you will take offense, but it's not directed at you, but rather the agency and its policies and actions over the recent years. A lot of my friends and dive buddies are PADI professionals or certified divers, so cue the Michael Jackson popcorn eating gif and watch the comments. Now, PADI is the largest scuba training agency in the world, and let's look at some facts about PADI. I say facts, but some are claims on their website. PADI was founded in 1966 by two individuals, one being a NAUI instructor. In 2006, PADI was criticized by a court in the UK for providing what experts regarded as short and insufficient training. It has been bought and sold multiple times to and from multiple investment firms and corporations. Most divers either have a love or hate relationship with the agency, with very few in the middle. You'll probably never hear the words, PADI is alright, I guess. Most of the time it's, I love them or I can't stand them. So PADI is the largest scuba training agency in the world. They say they've issued over 29 million scuba certifications at the time of recording this video, with an annual average of 1 million per year. They're in 186 countries with their materials translated into 26 languages. They claim to be in approximately 6,600 dive centers and have over 128,000 professional members worldwide. In PADI's words, PADI instructors are trained and held to the diving industry's highest standards for safety and performance that are recognized worldwide. I wonder what Linnea Mills would have to say about that. Oh, wait, we can't ask her because her instructor was grossly negligent in their practices, resulting in her death. What about Jesse Hubble? Nope, he's deceased too. By now, there's probably very few divers out there who haven't heard of the Linnea Mills case, but not too many know about the incident with Jesse Hubble. I'll leave a link down below for another case regarding Gull Dive Center in the description. In short, if a middle-aged man comes to your shop to rent dive gear and only has a junior open water certification, do you think you should rent him that dive gear? I mean, right off the bat, I'd be asking to see his logbook, to see when his last dive was, as well as inquiring as why he had never had that cert upgraded to an open water, and ask why he hasn't taken any courses to further his diving education. But that's just me being cautious. So how did they get to be so successful? Well, to keep it short, they're marketing geniuses. Give credit where credit is due. They have programs to entice divers at younger ages to get them in and drink the Kool-Aid. Generally, when a diver starts off with a shop affiliated with an agency and has a good experience, they'll keep going back. They've also revolutionized writing the courses with the bare minimum standards so that instructors can get more students through more courses at an extremely fast rate. Generally 3 to 5 days, which is convenient if you're on vacation or planning one and want to get certified before you head out. Another reason that they grew to an astronomical size is that they're really quick at pumping out instructors. The more instructors you have, the more students you can pump out. Again, the model, quicker equals more equals better. Well, not necessarily in a sport where you're strapping compressed air on your back and traveling multiple atmospheres beneath the water. Again, my opinion, but I digress. One of their IDCs down in the Keys has a reputation for not verifying dives when a potential student comes to them to want to be an instructor. So how did the downfall start? Well, I believe that this and other platforms have grown over time on the internet, and there have been more and more dive professionals calling them out on their bullshit. Mark from Simply Scuba making his video on why some divers hate PADI. James from Divers Ready making his videos on the PADI 5-star scam, the Linnea Mills case, and more. Essentially calling them out for labeling a shop 5 stars when all the requirements are that you only teach PADI courses, pump out a certain amount of certs, and offer certain experiences. Nothing in the requirements about offering clean shops, a certain level of customer service, or having a required amount of positive surveys. I'm not sure if every agency participates in this, but with the training agency I partner with, SDI, if you take a course with me, you'll receive a survey afterwards from SDI. It will ask you to rate the training materials, myself, and your overall satisfaction with me and the course. Nothing like that makes it onto PADI's list of requirements of a 5-star dive center. PADI also has a training policy where the instructors have to teach their course skills in a certain way and order and may not deviate from that. Now, that sounds all well and good to the average person who may not know any better, but the majority of us will agree that there generally is no set one way of doing tasks that is best for everybody. PADI certainly doesn't know what is best for every single diver. Other agencies have come along and allowed instructors to be more flexible with their teaching methods and has pulled professionals away from PADI's pool of talent. PADI has had a rough few years with lawsuits, settlements, being dropped by their underwriter, and bought and sold off multiple times. And no doubt they are feeling the heat. Earlier this year, they instituted a new policy in their African and Middle East markets that PADI dive centers can only offer PADI courses. And if they don't bend the knee, then they will lose their PADI status.
Come to King's Landing, bend the knee, or suffer the fate of all traitors.
Now, initially I thought about what I've said on this channel time and time again, and I'll continue to say. To the student, the agency does not matter. It's all about the instructor. If you get certified as open water as PADI, you're not granted any special privileges that other agency students aren't. There are good, there are bad instructors in every single agency, so take your time and find the one that works best for you. I have instructor friends from every agency, and I guarantee you that if you took a course with each one of them, you wouldn't be able to identify their association unless they told you. The agency does matter for the professionals because we're the ones who have to communicate with them, pay them, and meet their professional requirements. So what do I interpret the meaning of this new policy to be? Well, I know shops and instructors that have crossed over to different agencies and either left PADI or just started offering additional options to their customers. And my guess is PADI has seen this too and are desperately trying to get that tight grasp back over the market. I don't see how this is going to work in their favor though. RAID, SDI, and SSI are all growing at rapid rates in popularity amongst dive professionals. They're not at the PADI level yet, but as time goes by, I believe that they will be. Imagine Coca-Cola threatening grocery stores that if they don't stop carrying Dr. Pepper, then they can no longer sell Coke products. Especially in today's generation where they want things now and multiple options to consider from, I don't think that would fly in the US. I mean, the last time that happened, our English brothers and sisters tried forcing us to pay ridiculous amounts of taxes with no outs or options, and everyone knows how stubborn Americans are. We rightfully so use guerrilla warfare tactics in the French Navy to force them into submission. If you enjoyed this content, it would really make my day if you could dive down, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and ring that dive bell. And let me know down in the comments, are you a current or former PADI professional member who has considered or has crossed over to another agency? If so, which one and what do you like best about it? Just over here, I'll let the YouTube algorithm choose a video especially for you because YouTube suggests it and you're legally required to click on it. I'll be back next week with another video, but until then, plan your dive and dive your plan.